What are some of your anti-consumerism life hacks? Keeping things in Amazon's save for later. I usually forget about whatever I wanted. If you have a specific weakness, clothing, makeup, etc., you can always watch YouTubers unboxing/haul videos to get the second-hand thrill of buying new stuff. Just don't let it influence you into actually buying stuff. Haha. If you still want/need things, participate in buy nothing groups, localized groups where people give items away for free. Very wholesome community in my experience. In the same vein, do a clothing/item swap with friends. Not exactly a life hack, but shopping local when it's possible. One of the biggest ways that massive retail corporations are able to do so well is that they're able to undercut the competition. Walmart can afford to take a small loss on selling reticulated splines, because they can recoup it on rotating flanges and automatic sprockets. But for Ma and Pa's reticulated spline store, they can't afford to sell at a loss. As a result, they go out of business, and the only place where people can shop for splines is at Walmart. Sir, I am in the market for a reticulated spline. Can you refer me Ma and Pa's? Unless you really want an item of clothing, don't spend more than $10 to $20 on it. I usually wait for sales/clearance, or we have this nice discount clothing store that I've gotten a lot of nice new clothes for around $2 to $10. My brother was able to find a $300 Burberry jacket at a Goodwill for $5. It's crazy how cheap you can get used clothes for. Figure out where and how you want to actually spend your money. I've tried so many anti-consumerism, environmental, yada life hacks, and they never work for me. I bought stuff to try making my own bread, did it once. Same with repair kits and sewing kits. That crap just isn't me. Instead I focus on getting quality and getting things I know I will actually use. Instead of buying a bunch of meal prep and ingredients and half of it ending up in the garbage, I get delivery of locally made meals. I buy quality clothing, and if they get into disrepair, I donate them. I'm lucky in life in that I can afford to do this, and I know that I am feeding into the system that helps those that can't. My meal prep group sends food to shelters and provides income to my community. My donated clothes help those who can't afford new. I just donated my car because it was starting to have issues and I don't want to deal with the mechanic. Instead of being a burden to me, its funds from sale are going to Make-A-Wish. And after all of these changes that supposedly cost me more money, I'm actually saving money and making less garbage. If you're in a pressure sales situation, always remember that no is a valid and complete answer. You don't need a reason to not buy something, and you don't owe the salesperson an explanation as to why. Thrift stores are your friend. Try to find alternatives to fixing a problem for at least a week before buying a fix. For those who live in snow/ice weather, table salt, even the kind you can buy cheap and in bulk, can melt ice just as well as rock salt, for a fraction of the price. Also safer if a random dog decides to eat it. No, salt isn't safe for dogs, but table salt is better than rock salt. Patch or mend your own clothing. You don't even need a sewing machine, just Google, needle, and thread. Make dinner at home, and make more than you will eat. The leftovers become your work lunches and you stop eating out all the time. Check grocery ads and sales. Buy in bulk, if you can afford it and have the space. I found whole chickens on sale for $2 a few weeks ago and we bought 10 of them. A whole chicken can make several meals for us. If you have a good freezer, meat will stay frozen until you cook it. Look into a bunch of different ways to make cheap staples. I'm currently working on how to keep pasta interesting. Beans, rice, pasta, frozen veg, they can get boring quick, so find ways to spice it up. My fellow white people, I know, spice can be scary. If you are using a new spice, cut the recipe in half. I promise, you can do it. Even my meat and potatoes grandpa can eat spice now. I try to buy things based purely on quality, rather than brand or price point. This typically involves spending more on each thing I buy, but not always. For example, a $300 pair of Allen Edmonds dress shoes are expensive, but not as expensive as dress shoes from a high-fashion house, are repairable and will last at least as long, usually longer. Same goes for appliances. A Miele dishwasher will be more expensive than say a Samsung or GE, but it is more repairable, more efficient and will have a much longer lifespan. Most people concern themselves with brand name, aesthetics and price point. What they should be focused on is quality, durability and repairability. Eat a full meal before grocery shopping. You won't crave and impulse shop junk you didn't plan to buy. Wait a week to buy something to see if you still want it. This has saved my wallet many times. Don't make purchases while you're hungry, horny, or sleepy. Or drunk, definitely not when drunk. That usually makes me all three of the above anyways. Learn to say no more often when you're shopping. Don't buy anything on sale leading up to a holiday. After the holiday is over you can get it vastly cheaper because the stores overstock and need to liquidate their inventory. Hence how I got 2 lovely turkeys for a pittance. Frozen stuff lasts a long time. Invest in a good freezer. Most products often break down during their warranty period. The company just expects you to either not care enough to get a return or want to upgrade to the latest model. Save your receipt and box and you can easily save a lot of money by using the warranty. Learn to fix stuff yourself or take it to someone who can fix it. Most things can be repaired by simply swapping out a part on the cheap. These repairs often take less than an hour to do. Remove ads from your life as many ways as you can. Get ad blockers, don't watch live television, mute those obnoxious gas station pumps, block it all out. They're just nagging you into needing things that you don't actually need. If you actually need something, you'll know. Piehole FTW. Piehole has been amazing. My only growing pain was explaining to my partner why they couldn't click on Google's sponsored results anymore. Lol. Hang out on a buy nothing group and trade shit back and forth. No spend months are fun to try too. Even if you don't completely succeed you can practice cutting way back. As long as you don't just double your purchases the next month. Avoiding adverts of all kinds in all forms, to the point of paranoia about overly positive Reddit comments about a product. Trying to fix things myself, reading reviews and trying to work out whether they are funded by the company selling the thing. Leaving things in my basket for weeks until I don't want them anymore, using warranties and getting refunds if I'm not happy, writing honest reviews so people get a realistic idea of what they're buying. Came here to say that about the adverts. It is not just the product they are selling, they often show a completely unrealistic lifestyle. Here in the UK there are adverts for kitchens that show a 30-year-old, good-looking couple in a beautiful, large kitchen, then the sweet kids run in to join them. Like, how the hell can they afford that place and have kids at that age? Most people trying to achieve that lifestyle are going to end up drowning in debt and make themselves miserable. Impulse control and not feeling entitled to top-of-the-line stuff. Don't buy anything brand new unless absolutely required. Learn how to buy whatever you need used without screwing yourself over. You'll have so much money left over because most things are cheaper used. The effort required to learn how to buy things used will limit your willingness to buy things impulsively. 100% this. I bought my most recent guitar used. It's basically in mint condition, but a few blemishes on the back. It was $110 instead of the original $300. Do not fall for the newest launch of a tech product. As much as they brag about it being the best product ever, know that once they launch iPhone 11, they're already working on iPhone 12 in their labs. You will always be lagging and the changes from one launch to the next is often incremental. It is just the marketing that is massive. Learn to delay gratification. Buy used products. I have bought year-old Apple products at half the price. Something is only cheap if you have the money for it. If you don't have the money, no matter how cheap, you don't have the money. Learn to save money. Just learning the habit of saving will cost you so much less in the future. My phone is around 6+ years old. Literally can't remember when I bought it. I tell people this and they act like I'm using a horse and buggy. But I have dropped this goddamn phone, with a $10 case, like every week for those 6 years, and it works just fine. Even when we switched networks and my partner got a new phone, buy one get one !11, I straight up refused to upgrade. Seriously, if the phone works well and you like the way it functions, why get a new one with a bunch of features you probably won't even use? Blows my mind. Battery life, security updates, new features, better cameras. If none of those things appeal to you, then upgrading is pointless. I actually leave my money at home if I go to school. I always have a sandwich or two and it helps me not to buy snacks at the store. Know that it is a war out there between the business and the consumer. The businesses use all kinds of tactics to manipulate you into buying. Read up on them, know them so you can guard against them. Ride a bicycle to as many destinations as you can. No money for gas, no money for car itself, no insurance, no car tax, no expensive maintenance, no toll money, no fees/tickets for parking. Clearly you don't live in a place where the weather can go from scorching hot to holy shit there's electricity falling from the sky in 5 seconds flat. If a service is free, your what's for sale? Calculating the hours I would need to work to buy X item. If I make $10 per hour and want to purchase a new gadget that costs $100, it will take 10 hours of work to buy it. Once I am able to put stuff into that perspective, I was able to stop buying stuff I didn't need. Additionally, if I am looking for clothes, I'll say but at Goodwill I can get a similar shirt for $2. That means I only need to work for 12 minutes to afford that shirt. Act as if everything besides the basic necessities is an expensive, occasional treat. If I got used to any luxury, I'm afraid I'd see it as a necessity, have a hard time giving it up, and not even get enjoyment from it. The more things I look at this way, the more enjoyment I can get out of simple things. I imagine someone going the opposite way as always consuming every kind of media and physical good, but not even being happy because of being desensitized. Only read the 2 and 3 star reviews, learn how to fix stuff. Buy broken stuff. Sell fixed stuff. Buy next price level up broken stuff. Repeat. Sounds like something Ron Swanson would say. The ducks in the park are free. Pick a narrow color palette for your wardrobe. 2 neutral colors as a base and 2 to 4 accent colors. Not only does it help you look pulled together with a smaller number of items, but it also stops you from buying more stuff to go with outliers. Learn to hate shopping. It's easy. Stores are full of people and pressure and manipulation and controlling lighting and horrible plastic smells. Websites are tracking you, trying to learn how to intercede in your intentions and override your wants. Everything is positioned and paid for to make you buy shit you don't want and have no use for, and then to pressure you into doing it again later because you have been flagged as a sucker. Hate it. Hate every loaf of bread, every apple, every point of purchase. You're just money to them. If they can convince you to pay for nothing, they'll do it. It will push you to only shop when you actually need food, when your shoes actually have holes in them, when necessity breaches the bank account barrier. I'm actually starting to hate online shopping now. It genuinely feels less convenient than going to the store. Sure, I could buy it on Amazon. But then I have to wait a week or more to get it. And there's the guilt of knowing I bought something from the corporate version of the Borg. Meanwhile, I can head on over to a physical store, get what I wanted right on the spot, and if something's wrong I can return it within the same day. Then I remember that physical stores have people in them. Ew. And the cashier will probably try to sell me a membership. Gross. And standing around looking at the shelves makes me feel like I stick out. At this point I only ever buy video games, cleaning supplies, and food. I'll only buy new clothes if I desperately need them. Fuck my shoes, I'll wait till the damn soles fall off before I cough up $60 for a pair that'll last 3 months because it was made with the cheapest labor and materials. Others have said it, but I'm going to emphasize it: get rid of advertising in your life. Like, I don't even watch commercials on Hulu when they pop up. I mute and look away. If an ad pops on YouTube, I'm alt-tabbing and muting. Pre-roll before a video means I do something else for 15 to 30 seconds. I just do not watch ads in any form. I know this sounds ridiculous, but you might not be aware of just how much of your thinking is being fucked with by advertisements attempting to sell you an unrealistic lifestyle. It's pretty damn hard to avoid ads though. I feel like we're on the brink of living in a world where you have to watch an ad for a new car before your car can be allowed to start up and take you to work. Even the fucking gas station pump is trying to sell me memberships and useless junk.